Hey guys, I hope you're all well. Thank you so much for listening to my webinar about the importance and role of partnerships in developing an organization. My name is Jonah Elkowitz, a prominent youth organization advocate and the co-founder of Youth Media Arts, a non-for-profit that brings student photographers and artists together worldwide. Since many art programs have been forced to close due to the current pandemic, Youth Media Arts has supplemented education and community for many students around the world. Today, I'm going to provide you with insight into how to form a partnership and provide you with crucial building blocks for making a partnership successful. So let's break it down to the basics. What exactly is a partnership and why would you want to form one? A partnership, by definition, is an association of two or more people. In practice, this association helps achieve funding, publicity, and as a result, enhanced credibility. Projects. Publicity helps to enhance reputation, outreach, and reliability to establish yourself on a local and global stage. Okay, so now that we've defined the basic premise of a partnership, let's break down the essential steps of forming a successful, long-lasting partnership. We're also going to explore how partnerships influence brand image, how to go about finding potential partners, and how to establish a win-win transaction. The first main idea is how partnerships influence brand image. Brand image is the perception of an organization or effort among the public and is essential because it helps both partners, members, and donors decide how reliable you are. Partnerships should aim to proliferate your organization's brand image and give your organization a positive public perception. When looking for companies to partner with, ensure that you research and vet the partner's past actions. These actions can include PR statements and public records, such as social media accounts or legal history. Furthermore, you do not want to align with a company of a questionable or destructive history, as it may hinder your organization's brand image and therefore its impact. In all, you basically want to find partners that align with your goals, including universal ethical and moral principles. The next step we're going to talk about is how to go about finding potential partners. The first question you want to ask yourself is, what problem are you trying to address? What is your organization actively fighting for or trying to solve? Chances are there are a lot more companies out there that are trying to do the same. Once you define your problem, you have to determine which companies, large or small, fit into that space. In talking about companies as a whole, we have to dive deeper and break down companies into two groups, large companies and small companies. When talking about large companies, we're talking about corporations and multinational brands. Generally, with more substantial companies, they have higher marketing budgets. However, they can be more competitive as more people are trying to reach them. On the other hand, you have small companies, which I'm going to define as local businesses and semi-national brands. These companies are great to reach out to because they are more inclined to communicate with customers, have less outreach, and are continually looking to improve their brand image among local communities. Let's start with an example. The case scenario we're going to use is climate change. Let's say I start an organization with an initiative of minimizing the effects of climate change. Some small companies that I would list are Angel Solar, Greenleaf Solar, Climate Outreach, etc. These companies would be classified as small companies because they are semi-national and local businesses. Furthermore, they all maintain a similar goal in mind: rely more on renewable energy and minimize climate change. So some of the companies that you see here for the smaller companies are companies in my local area. So I would consider some of these, like I said, local businesses and some smaller companies. These are definitely ones that I would consider if I was doing something like that in my local area. But if you guys are doing something where you are, then obviously you want to find those companies that are in your local area or community. So these companies would be great to partner with as they provide alternate solutions to fossil fuels and improve their brand image among local communities by partnering with student organizations and the upcoming generation that want to make a change. When talking about some of the larger companies, we could list Apple, UNESCO, National Geographic, ExxonMobil, and Tesla. All these companies that are listed are multinational, and chances are you've probably heard of them. They are all well established in their fields as they're taking on many projects across the world. If you're looking into higher end and global outreach, these companies would be great to reach out to as they are trying to prepare for the future by encouraging the practice of environmentally friendly lifestyles and making products that promote the same. Once you find a company that you would like to partner with, you will need to establish a win-win transaction, the final building block of a long-lasting partnership. So, what exactly is a win-win? You've probably heard this everyday idiom in your lives, but let's define it to establish a basic understanding in this context. What is a win-win? Generally, a win-win situation is a scenario where you and a partner both benefit. You want to ask yourself, what do I want from them and what can I offer in exchange? A few things that a partner could offer could be a product interested in your organization or your effort and to expand your base. Another exchange could be social media recognition to enhance publicity. And another possible trade-off could be financial aid to invest in materials necessary to accomplish your organizational goals. On the other hand, some of the things you could offer your partner are promotional content of their products. Some of these companies like Apple obviously make products, or some of the solar companies that we mentioned before. You could offer some promotion of that product among your general audience. You could also offer to mention them on press releases and flyers and offer web recognition. Web recognition would basically be mentioning them as a partner or a sponsor on your website. And this is a really big step for both you and them because it shows that you're credible because you're partnered with, hey, I'm partnered with Apple. That kind of reflects on you as a credible source. And also it gives Apple or whichever company you're partnering with greater exposure to your audience. And the last thing, basically, you can offer a partner is specific access to a particular market. In the case of a junior art education organization like Youth Media Arts, the select market would be high school students interested in photography or possibly becoming photographers. And this really might be the greatest opportunity that a lot of partners might be seeking. Some companies like Apple are always looking to get into the millennial generation, or some of these other companies are always looking to access specific markets that they might not have as great access to. But if you as a youth organization have access to those markets, companies are going to find them extremely valuable, and it will encourage them to partner with you. So why is a win-win important? A win-win situation creates an incentive for a company to want to partner and contribute. Most of the time, partners are looking for a trade-off. What are they getting in return for helping you? This concept is super important, and I want all of you to take some time to think about this in the context of your organizations or in the organizations that you would like to develop in the future. I would like to show you guys a picture showing examples of different win-lose scenarios. On the left, we can see the boxer and his ultimate goal of winning by beating his opponent. In the middle, we can see the situation outside of the courthouse where two lawyers are trying to negotiate. This ultimately results in a lose-lose scenario as both lawyers cannot reach a mutual agreement. However, on the right, we can see an example of a win-win situation. Both the seller and the consumer are happy because they both receive something of value. This is how you have to view partnerships. In the last part of this presentation, I'm going to discuss with you how to formulate a partnership email. The first part of your email should explain your experience, inspirations, and goals. Take this time to tell a little about yourself and how you've come to found your organization, and also explain what your organization is and does. Proposal. The second part of the email should explain the why factor. What is the purpose of this correspondence? What are you hoping to gain? After doing extensive research on your partner, you should know what they can offer you. Also, make sure to explain the goals and actions of your organization. How can this partner help you to achieve them? Maybe funding, publicity, maybe recognition. Don't forget to add what your organization can offer in return, creating that win-win transaction. And the last part of the email, we have the conclusion. End your email with a call to action, a phrase or sentence that shows both optimism and progression. Be professional with your ending and consider listing your role, website, and any additional information your partner will find helpful. In summary, I hope my information was insightful and will help you and your organization to form long-lasting partnerships. Partnerships should be beneficial for you and your organization and will help you grow and take your efforts to the next level. I'd also like to thank Global Changemakers for inviting me on to talk about partnerships, and obviously Youth Media Arts, the organization that I co-founded. We are an art community for photographers, videographers, illustrators, designers. Check us out at ymarts.org or on Instagram at Youth Media Arts. Thank you so much. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Instagram.com/Jonah Elkowitz. Shoot me an email, jelkbiz@gmail.com, or check out my photo portfolio at jelkphoto.com. Thank you guys so much for listening, and have a great day.